Hmm. Four? Four? Four sections? Four sections? They gave us a big update. Four sections is crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're starting back here. Within the span of a single month, the Farspace fleet's significant return and subsequent secret departure stirs intense public discussion. The rumors that circulated when Skyhaven was under martial law discussed the fleet's armed operation to eliminate certain anomalous wanderers. While no footage of these events has surfaced, the fleet's tight-lipped response has inevitably sown seeds of panic among the population. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, the Hunters Association released several reports on Wanderer evolution and their mutations. Like humans, the Wanderers continue to grow stronger. Peace remains a distant goal for this world. As people grow increasingly uneasy about the fleet's mysterious operations, a bombshell announcement takes everyone by surprise. Ever announces the imminent launch of a project called the Mountain of... Oh my goodness. I read it in my head before it came out of my mouth. And so I was just like, holy shit. My brain went, holy shit, before I could finish reading. My lore junkie self, my brain, the lore junkie in me went, huh? Oh my goodness. I can't. Ever announces the imminent launch of a project called the Fountain of Atay. The 40-second preview quickly becomes a global sensation and the focal point of discussions worldwide. The internet debates the development and application of protocore technology. Skyhaven, powered by protocore energy, becomes the target of widespread criticism due to the fleet's recent actions. Countless conspiracy theories emerge. Beneath the floating island, Lincoln's scattered lights weave an intricate web across the land. In the windless night, dark figures flit by glass walls. They're quickly masked by the red glow of aircraft warning lights atop skyscrapers. The unrest brewing online seeps quietly into the physical world and ferments under Lincoln's facade of normalcy. The waves of controversial topics stroke the growing public outrage. The association becomes the primary target of this rising tide. Of course. Of course. Target the small people that be in the association. Though I don't know how small the association is compared to like the Farspace fleet and Ever. I imagine it to be smaller in comparison. In response, the association implements a series of countermeasures. This includes the covert relocation of the spatium core stored in the association's building.
Ha! Look at all the online discussions. It's a circus now. What is Ever really up to? Did you guys find any leads? Throwing around phrases like groundbreaking achievement and the next step in human evolution. They've got guts.
In a self-driving protocore vehicle, Simone scrolls through an endless stream of updates on her phone.
Given their extensive research into protocores, they do have the credentials to back up such claims.
As a protoist, I'm all for advancing protocore tech, but Ever? With methods as sketchy as theirs, they might drag us down with them.
The Fountain of Ate has reignited the Purist attacks against protocores.
At their core, the Protoists and Purists represent two opposing viewpoints: support for the development of protocore technology and the opposition to it. Oh lord. The Purists believe that although protocores are powerful, they're dangerous. There are too many unknowns, and overzealous research can lead to catastrophic crisis. In earlier years, they urged humanity not to be blinded by profit. They argued that using Earth's natural energy resources was the only way to ensure civilization survived in a stable condition.
Our latest missions have been targeted by their radical members. That's why we need to transport the Spatium Core in secret. Both of you need to be on high alert.
If those purists dare to cause trouble, they can say hello to my protocore particle cannon.
Simone. Simone! Please! You're threatening to kill people. Is that okay?
We shouldn't be too hostile. While they're traditional, certain prototists can be just as extreme.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna show up in bows and arrows. That's what they're gonna show up in.
After all, we've only researched less than 10% of a protocore's potential. There's nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy respect for the unknown.
Precisely.
Wow, Andrew. A deep space hunter like you is defending the purists? They're the ones trying to stop our technological progress.
Oh my goodness. This is why Earth is just gonna implode on itself. Doesn't it actually implode on itself? I said that as like it's gonna implode on itself because people don't know how to watch their limits, but doesn't Earth in this world actually implode on itself? And that's why it has to go to Delos. So, I mean, haven't the Purists been quiet for several years now?
That's because our protocore tech has developed so rapidly and successfully these past few years. The stuff's been integrated into every aspect of our daily lives, big and small.
Or they probably have just been planning themselves as well.
The purists always insisted that humans shouldn't develop protocore technology. But the reality is, humanity can't live without it now. Facts speak louder than words.
Improving a person's quality of life, fighting wanderers, and helping humanity explore the deep space tunnel and secrets beyond our universe. The prototist's vision for the future is being realized one step at a time. Without concrete evidence to support the purist claims, it's only natural that they lost ground.
Fair.
What about you? Whose side are you on?
That's supposed to be for chocolate. Haha. I side with the limited edition chocolate pie from the association cafeteria. It's delicious and replenishes your stamina. The vehicle passes through the tunnel, which is the last highly dangerous point on our designated route. The secure vault is at the end of this road.
Metaflux levels are within a stable range. Begin storage intake procedures.
We really worked hard today. Since this is our last shift, let's finish strong. Late night snacks are on me.
I'm glad she can avoid the question by being a big bag. Let's go, big bags. Wait, there's a massive surge of metaflux heading straight for us. It's coming in fast.
The readings are normal. You guys.
At that moment, a truck wreathed in flames and crackling with metaflux comes barreling towards us from behind. It's going at full speed. As soon as Simone and I jump out of the cargo hold, our transport vehicle is violently thrown in the air. An explosion releases searing heat behind us. We have an emergency. Transport vehicle 109 is under attack. Coordinates are being transmitted. Requesting backup. Girly Pop is about to have PTSD. What did that say? Before we can find our footing, there's another explosion. We're sent flying through the air. Critical particles drift around the overturned transport vehicle. Through my blurred vision, I see several distorted figures emerging from the flames.
Go. You're free.
Huh? The unfamiliar voice is masked by the crackling flames. My ears are still ringing, and I can't tell if what I'm hearing is real or just in my head.
It's a shame we're seeing each other again when you're in such a pitiful state.
Huh? What you mean by that?
Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center?
I should have known. I should have known. MC, get your up and throw some hands. Who are you?
I guess not.
Get up and beat that. Excruciating pain tears through my entire body as my heart begins to tremble uncontrollably.
Who I am doesn't matter. The real question is, who are you?
Oh!
Who are you? I am. Who are you? I am. Who are you?
She suddenly grabs my throat and a sharp pain pierces my neck. It's like 1,000 needles just stabbed me. I feel like I'm suffocating as I lose control of my limbs. My heart pounds violently while a chaotic force stirs within my body. Blood trickles down my forehead. Through my crimson-tinted vision, I see the container holding the spatium core roll into my view.
You were born in the depths of Deepspace. You were supposed to be ours. A one-of-a-kind, precious creation. Without the key, the Fountain of Atay will only remain a poor imitation.
Dazed, I hear something faintly crack. Suddenly, unprecedented power surges through my veins and bursts forth with a brilliant light. She just took in the power of the spatium core. She just took in the power of the spatium core, didn't she?
The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
Ah. Oh. Transporting the spatium core was a classified mission for special operations. The attack wasn't revealed to the outside world. After spending 2 days in the hospital, Simone and I were ordered to suspend all missions and focus on resting until we made a full recovery. I'm glad she's alive. Low-key, I thought she was dead. I thought they were gonna kill her. Afterward, Jenna secretly visited us to reveal the truth. The association president, as well as others, suspected there was a high-ranking mole in the association. Holy shit! There goes all the theories. Since Simone and I were now known to the enemy, we needed to lay low. Our temporary suspension was to protect us and serve as a smokescreen. Externally, the radical purists needed to be handled with caution. Internally, dealing with the mole would be inevitably disrupt their plans. Jenna didn't really talk about the spatium core. She just gave me a look that told me to be patient. Chaotic energy courses through my blood. The burning sensation in my chest is more intense than the blood from my injuries. Unable to sleep, I toss and turn. Then I finally sit up and turn on my bedside lamp. My heartbeat is faster than usual. I gently press my hands against my chest and rest my head on my knees. I can't believe I ended up absorbing the spatium core. Why me? I knew it. I knew it. Girly pop. Girly pop. Girly pop. I feel like we all know why. We all know why. You're practically told why. Another sharp pain strikes my chest as several strange energy streams are torn apart. They proceed to merge together and create an endless, restless turbulence.
Did Josephine ever mention our time together at the Gaia Research Center? The key belongs to no one else. You are the one who holds all of its secrets.
Grandma. The research materials Grandma left behind might not just be an unfinished story. It could be a link in a much larger chain. Unicorn and the Gaia Research Center. That's where time has sealed away the truth I seek. The Gaia Research Center. If I remember correctly, I was in what used to be the most prosperous district, now known as the N109 zone. Let's see if there's a key waiting for my return. Once my injuries are healed, I don't hesitate. I report my next target during my administrative leave to Jenna via a secret comms channel. The ruins of the Gaia Research Center, located in the N109 zone. Amidst the snow-covered mountains stands a building of precise geometric perfection, the Fractal Library. It was erected at an unknown time. The library doors slowly part. Wearing robes, a young boy with snow-white hair pushes them open. A soft, ethereal light spills out from behind the doorway and touches the snow. The boy looks down and gently scoops up the small white creature by his feet.
It's time to collect what's due from the 7-year promise, Shuchi. We need to pay the emissary a visit. I wonder how he's doing. How have these 7 years treated him? Is he getting along with his classmates? Did he succeed in his thesis defense?
As the white light fades, the boy's foot sinks into something soft. Snowflakes fall onto his head. He's surprised.
Huh? How did the library end up here? Did I mess up the incantation?
Oh. The white creature suddenly leaps down and runs away. Its tail playfully draws arcs in the snow behind it.
Shuchi, I know you haven't seen snow in a long time, but that doesn't mean you can just run off.
Why does that sound so familiar? The boy hastily grabs his traveling bag and runs after the creature. He manages to catch its tail before he falls face first into the snow. Behind him, the massive library door closes slowly. He raises his hand only to realize he left the Accesses bracelet the emissary gave him in the library.
Oh, Book of Answers, just this once, would you be so kind as to tell me where I am?
His bag suddenly bulges as a thick book emerges from it. Opening itself, it rapidly flips through its pages before finally materializing 2 words. The Arctic. Oh my goodness.
How long will it take to get back to Lincoln City?
Oh my goodness. The Book of Answers flips its pages once more. 8,000 kilometers. Damn.
Aw.
In the desolate Arctic, a boy and his companions silently drag their luggage, their figures gradually vanishing into the endless expanse of white. Are they looking for Zane? Leaving the southern area of Lincoln City, I drive down Bear Boulevard. The scenery on both sides of this wide street slowly deteriorates. After I installed the anti-interference chip Silas sent me on my motorcycle, I've been able to freely pass through the protofield disrupted no hunt zones numbers 62 to 65 and arrive at what was once the most prosperous tech hub in the region. Now it has become a criminal's paradise, the N109 zone. The abandoned building where I first met him still stands in the desolate courtyard. Come to think of it, a lot of time has passed since my initial meeting with the feared leader of Onykinus. After entering the N109 zone, the streets remain deserted. Not a soul could be seen, but it becomes livelier as I approach the central district. A river of people flows through the streets. They surge with me towards the same destination. What's going on? It sounds like it's coming from Chiron. Chiron. Who knows? Above the streets, massive holographic screens glow neon blue. They display live footage of the district in 4 areas. A scarred woman is bandaging a knife wound in her shoulder at a street corner, and a boy who cornered a wanderer in a dark alley rips out its protocore with his bare hands. Oh my gosh. A gang member plunges a dagger into his companion's chest. Isn't Chiron supposed to be a trading hub? Why are they fighting? At the top of the display, rows of names and numbers flicker rapidly. Old ones are erased as new ones appear in their place. Is this some kind of competition? It's the Hunger Games. Plot twist. It's the Hunger Games. Oh my goodness. Nothing that happens in the N109 zone surprises me anymore. I turn my attention away from the massive display and keep trying to call Silas. When I visited the old workshop, its owner knew Grandma. They were probably colleagues. Oh, when I visited the odd workshop. If I want to find out where the Gaia Research Center was located, he probably has some leads. Silas had raced through the streets to get us to the odd workshop. I was unfamiliar with the N109 zone back then. To find it again, the most effective way would be to ask Silas. He's not answering. Fine, I'll just fetch him from Onykinus' base. Driving my 270 HM, I'm about to make a turn into the alley ahead when a bullet whizzes past me. It grazes my temple. Damn. My body lurches to the side as I dodge, but the momentum sends my bike sliding until it crashes into a corner. It's completely wrecked. I barely regain my footing when another bullet tears through the air. It's heading straight for me. A cane flashes before me and deflects the bullet. It ricochets into the wall and leaves behind a smoking hole in it.
Watch your step, kid. There are places you shouldn't wander into.
Oh. At my feet, a thin orange-red laser stretches across the street to the buildings on both sides of the street.
Caron is hosting its triennial Zalion hunt right now. Everything beyond that line is in the killing zone.
And that's how you pronounce it. That's how you pronounce it. Caron. Nothing in this game is ever pronounced the way I expect it to be. Nothing ever. And they don't even tell you how it's pronounced until you've already mispronounced it 3 different times. Like, what the hell? Oh my goodness.
One step is all it takes for the surveillance drones to lock onto you with their multi-lens systems. Then they'll automatically register you as a participant. Every criminal in the N109 zone is waiting to hunt down the lost lambs who walk in.
I dust myself off and get up. Who are you? The man before me appears to be in his 50s or 60s. His white hair is neatly combed under a gentleman's hat, and he's using an old-fashioned cane as support. He stands in stark contrast to the chaos of these streets.
I'm just a ferryman on the river Styx. I help travelers cross. Are you planning to cross Caron's river?
Oh my goodness. Like a king surveying his domain, he turns to look at the eastern and western districts of Caron that are surrounded by orange laser barriers.
Shall I be your guide?
The thanks but no thanks sounds rude, and it sounds like if I say that, he might try to shoot me. But the sure but sounds like I'm giving in too easily, so I sound gullible. I'm gonna go with the thanks but no thanks. His offer seems harmless, but that curious glint in his eyes makes me hesitant about accepting his help. Experience has taught me one but simple lesson. When someone becomes interested in you, trouble isn't far behind. Thanks, but I'll take a different route.
The killing zone spans across 8 streets, and the arena in Caron's central district is its epicenter. Ambushes like the one you experienced can happen at any moment. Taking a different route might not be the best choice.
Right before my eyes, he steps over the orange-red boundary, but the attack I expect to happen never occurs. I cross my arms and study his gaze, which seemingly shines with goodwill. Are you trying to make me ask you why you weren't attacked? He reaches behind his ear and produces a round chip no bigger than a fingernail.
This is an ID camouflage chip. If you have one, it masks your biometric data so you can't be traced.
Oh? What the hell?
As long as you're within 3 steps of me, you'll be within its range of concealment.
I take the chip and examine it. My eval doesn't detect anything suspicious, so I hand it back to him. Alright, I trust you for now. With my biometric data masked, I follow this unfamiliar elderly man into the devastated eastern district of Caron. I'm gonna take some getting used to after I already mispronounced it like 50 different times. Oh my goodness. And I don't even know how to, I already forgot how to pronounce that. The stench of gunpowder and blood fills the streets, and the continuous Metaflux explosions make my heart pound like a drum. If you're not like those criminals, then you shouldn't mind answering a few questions. What are the rules for the Zoin and Hunt? See, I already forgot how to pronounce that. A cold wind sweeps past us as 3 humanoid wanderers crash into a roadside shop. They grab and tear a person's limbs apart. Jeez. Right in front of her face is crazy work. But then a sudden proto-core explosion engulfs the storefront.
They're like that. Hunts of the primal variety. People become hunters and prey to fight for a gold coin. With it, they'll be granted one wish from the Lord of Caron. At the very end, whoever enters the central arena with the coin and remains the last one standing becomes the winner.
From the upper floor of a shop, a drunken man leans halfway out, quietly raises his gun in our direction.
You can use evil weapons, protocore weapons, and your own fists.
A roar resounds before the bullet can leave the gun. We remain untouched as our would-be attacker falls, his chest pierced by Metaflux.
Wanderers are just another weapon people use to hunt each other.
Jeez. That's insane. The drones record everything. The screens immediately cycle between shots of death and victory. And somewhere in the darkness, thunderous cheers erupt from the crowd.
What a waste. I've seen him before. He's formidable when he isn't drunk.
Damn. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Like, understandable from this world's perspective, but like, still. It's so crazy to think about. The man stops, his hand clasped over his cane. He closes his eyes as if to observe a moment of silence for the deceased.
Isn't it brutal? I hope you weren't frightened.
It takes more than that to scare me. I've witnessed deaths worse than his.
Indeed. Life has a way of catching us off guard.
Stepping over the fallen body, he leads me to a place with a brilliantly lit sign that reads, Elysium, the true paradise. The familiar bar is packed tonight. Everyone clutches their drinks as they're gathered around a screen that's broadcasting the hunt.
Here are the latest predictions. You can't miss these guaranteed winners. Come one, come all. Who wants to join the fray? Join them!
Stop banging on my tables. Do you think hiding in my little sanctuary and drinking your life away makes you special?
Okay, Auntie.
It's not like I don't pay for my drinks. I'd rather drink myself to death here than get killed the moment I step outside.
Valid. Amidst the cacophony of voices urging people to place their bets, this dangerous business brewed from human lives proves to be very enticing.
A lot of folks are placing bets this year. But being the hunt's primary target isn't exactly a blessing.
Who's the primary target?
Opportunity is always born from danger. It's a traditional rule of the Zalian hunt.
Zalian. My brother in Christ. My brother in Christ. As a L reader, this does not help me. The elderly voice cuts through the air with commanding authority. Everyone turns their heads at the same time.
Our old man Dimitri's here.
Who's your pick this year, old man?
I need to discuss something with a friend. Would you mind waiting here for a moment? The meal sets here are good, and the drinks are decent. Give them a try if you're interested.
His pick for what? His pick for what? I politely nod. However, I've decided not to touch the food in this place.
Oh, dear. Why did you say our drinks are decent? You're so picky, Gramps.
A pair of lemon-scented hands encircle my neck, but they quickly pull away before I can retaliate. The owner of Elysium moves to face me.
Ah, we meet again, Missy. You're really something else if you know someone like Dimitri.
His name is Dimitri? Who is he exactly?
He's the Lord of Charon. As the true owner of Charon, Dimitri is the one who hosts the Zion Hunt.
Oh.
The arena at the center of the market belongs to him too.
Oh. Well then. Bro was casually telling us about the hunt and everything as if he was like a third-party person just just for him to be the fuck. Oh my goodness. MC just really finds herself in situations, doesn't she? Oh my goodness. But Charon is supposed to be a free trading zone. How can a place like that have an owner?
You're not the only one curious about it. But Dimitri's background... Elysium has been open for years, but I haven't heard anything about his past. Even Silas, the leader of Anakinus, keeps his distance from Dimitri.
Damn. Come to think of it, Silas hasn't mentioned him before.
Since this isn't our first meeting, let me properly introduce myself. Aslin. That's my name.
Now why in the hell would they make her pronounce her name like that? Aslin? They should have done like Aelin, even if there was an S in the middle of it. Aslin? Varela.
Would you like to order something?
I'll pass. I didn't bring my wallet. Aslan's lips curl into a mysterious smile.
Elysium doesn't always collect payment in cash, and our services extend beyond just filling empty stomachs.
Oh. Before I can ask for details, Dimitri returns and gives me a nod.
I've finished my business. Come here. I'll escort you out.
Behind the counter, Aslan lowers her voice and winks at me.
If you need anything special in the future, ask for the connoisseur's menu. I'll give you a 20% discount.
Oh my goodness. I love her. I loved her in like the first chapter when she first got introduced in Silas's branch, and I love her now. Like, she's such a queen.
Bye-bye. Come back soon.
Oh my god. They are so wrong for throwing in the screens in there. Because they're kind of comedic in the most awful way possible. As I step outside, gunshot screams and maniacal laughter fills my ears once more. It's hard to believe that this refined and elderly gentleman beside me is the master of a hellish domain. So, I heard you're the Lord of Charon. I'm really curious about the granting wishes thing. You said the winners of the... I already forgot how to sing. See how my memory works? You said the winners of the hunt can make a wish to the Lord of Charon. Can you really grant any wish they make?
Of course not. That's something only gods can.
The background noise is so loud in comparison to the dialogue.
Human wishes are nothing but mundane desires. Fulfilling them is a simple.
That's fair. With Dimitri leading the way, every danger we encounter becomes something to walk past. It allows me to safely traverse this lawless battlefield. Messy! Just as I'm about to step over a thin orange-red laser, a familiar crow breaks the silence. Across the street, Mephisto perches on a lamppost. He looks at me and tilts his head. Hi.
Your friend is here to pick you up.
The cane falls onto the laser line, and the Lord of Caron stops at the edge of his territory, taking not a step further.
I'm sure our next meeting will be much sooner than this time.
Oh? What do you mean?
I mean, my duty as your escort has come to an end, until we meet again.
Dimitri watches me leave with an unwavering smile, like an ordinary old man out for a walk in the park. With Mephisto as my escort, I arrive at the familiar base without a hitch. Oh my goodness, I love him. Thanks. As soon as I enter the building, I hear a violent explosion from one of the rooms. Is Anakinus' base also involved in the hunt? The room is dark. Mindful of Silas's sensitive eyes, I turn on a floor lamp at its lowest setting. In the center of the room stands 4 egg-shaped gaming pods. 3 of them are rocking back and forth, their surfaces covered in LED lights. It's because... How much do you want to bet Luke and Kieran and Silas are in them? How much you want to bet Luke and Kieran are inside them? And Silas. There's no shot. The 3 of them have to be inside of there. Like... I walk up to the Silas's gaming pod and knock on it several times. Silas. Silas. Mephisto's been caught. The base is surrounded. They're after you. Absorbed in his virtual world, Silas doesn't respond. Come on. I walk away and settle into the 4th gaming pod, the only one that's empty. Inside, the surrounding screens transform into an endless expanse of stars. Realistic sound effects immediately fill my ears. I fire up my spaceship and set off to pursue Silas's fleet. I lock onto the engines of the first ship I see, grip the controls, and open fire.
Who was that? That's brutal.
I knew it! I knew he was playing with Luke and Kieran. Pressing home my advantage, I target the next ship. It's immediately destroyed. And just like that, only one ship remains in the game, aside from mine. It must be Silas's. Activate the ship AI and lock onto ship Q313.
Target spotted. Would you like to initiate tracking?
Divert all power to the engines. Don't let him escape. I always say escape. Well, messed up. My ship's engines burst with brilliant blue light as I surge towards Silas's vessel. Ship Q313 immediately remains unfazed. It gracefully spins away from my attacks as I close in. That little shit. Oh my gosh. However, the elegant moves prove to be costly. The ship's tail grazes a meteor, which triggers red warning lights in Silas's cockpit. The simulation ends with the blaring alarm still echoing as the gaming pod slowly opens. Silas emerges and removes his hologram helmet.
Why were you so riled up? You blew up half the battlefield, too. Are you satisfied now?
I'm short on time. After I ask my questions, I'll go. I expected him to make excuses about losing the game. Instead, he furrows his brow while he stares at me. What?
You had something nice to eat?
No, I was just at Elysium. The owner and I caught up.
Playing dumb isn't very nice, kitten.
As he speaks, he moves closer to me as if sensing something.
A special protocore. Is it an ether core?
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Silas's accurate assessment catches me off guard. While trying to keep the energy within me stable, I turn to look at him and respond with an inquisitive smile. What's wrong? Weren't you always hoping I get stronger?
Who gave it to you?
Oof. It's related to an incident. A few days ago, the Hunters Association Protocore transport vehicle was attacked. I was on it.
I heard. The association getting humiliated is an excellent source of entertainment for the N109 zone.
Oh, you asshole. A strange person infiltrated the group of attackers. She found me and started talking about these bizarre things. That stuff is still uncertain, so I decided to tell Silas only the simplest parts. Just as I was on the verge of losing consciousness, my body instinctively absorbed the spatium core. His Adam's apple bobs once, and I catch a glimpse of the protocore in his eye emitting a dizzying red glow. Before I can get a better look, he walks to the minibar. He downs a glass of liquor in one go. The turbulent energy within me finally settles down, and I realize Silas is locked in an intense battle against his desire for protocores. Lord.
Setting aside the possibility that you're here to show off your shiny new protocore, what brings you to the N109 zone?
Oh my goodness. I walk towards him and bring up a holographic map on my watch's interface. This map was created during Lincoln City's final field survey before the Chrono Rift catastrophe.
And?
As I continue to zoom in on the display, the words Gaia Research Center appear on the map. The person who almost killed me said I first appeared here during one of the Unicorn research team's experiments. Silas glances at it before turning his attention to the chessboard on the table.
And you actually believe that nonsense?
I need to go there and find answers. Then I'll know if she's lying or not. Our last game ended in a draw, so I quietly joined the chess match as Silas remains quiet. After surveying the chessboard, I move up my rook from the back rank. When I was younger, I had doubts about my past. Later, I figured that so long as I was healthy and safe, none of it really mattered. But a human heart shouldn't contain a protocore. I need to find out who I really am instead of waiting for mysterious people to find me. As soon as I reach for another piece, Silas immediately captures one of my pawns.
And then what? Do you actually believe that learning about your past will make things better?
Why do I feel like that has like an underlying like tone to it? Like an underlying message to it. When I see people, whether close or distant, suddenly racing towards a destination, refusing to accept the unfavorable position, I look at the chessboard once again. I take my knight, my only chance for a breakthrough. The one who seems to stay still may be left at a disadvantage forever.
That's just what it looks like on the surface, kitten. As soon as you make your move, you give your opponents an opening. Sometimes the best move is not to make one at all.
As he speaks, he taps my king. It's safe for now, but it's trapped in the setup for a pincer attack. There's still hope of escape. What about you? Before he can pull back his hand, I quickly grab my queen and point it at Silas's eye. Your fusion with a protocore couldn't have been a coincidence either. Is that really a friendly piece of advice or a warning? In our brief standoff, he finally shows his first smile of the day.
My situation holds no value as a reference point. Those words were nothing but a distraction so I could win the game.
Silas grabs the chess piece from my hand. Taking my wrist, he guides me to the floor-to-ceiling window. As the curtains slowly part, they reveal the night sky below us is the N109 zone in its entirety.
Since 2034, the N109 zone has undergone multiple rounds of reconstruction. Look at the outside world. Can you match any of these roads to that old map of yours?
The one straight streets become a maze. Nearly all the landmarks have vanished. Surely the people who used to live here.
They left.
Damn. Ever's ancient handlers for gathering intel?
Dead.
Damn. What about the odd workshop's owner? Surely he's...
Unfortunately for you, he just left town yesterday. He won't be back until next month at the earliest.
Damn. Oh my goodness. I frown as my leads get cut off before me. Oh my gosh, that is unfortunate as hell.
Do you really want to know?
Even if I didn't, people keep forcing me to find out. He pushes me closer to the window. Then I realize it. The only person who knows the truth has been right here all along.
There, underground.
Following Silas's gesture, I see it. The massive holographic screen in the sky. It's the heart of the... Oh, Lord. It's the viejito. It's the viejito we talked to earlier. Isn't it? Gosh dang it. And I already forgot how to say that. It's the heart of the hunt I experienced today. A paradise of bloodshed and revelry. The Corone Arena. The massive holographic display makes everything feel strangely unreal. The latest rankings continue to scroll by. The individual in first place has remained unchanged since this afternoon. To hold the top spot for so long in such a brutal hunt, he must be strong.
He's been at the top since last night.
Damn.
He's good. I'll give him that.
Each change in the rankings marks the end of another life. They know it's suicide, yet they still eagerly rush in. Is that coin really worth it?
I see you know a thing or two. but fewer than 30% of the participants are there for that coin. In the N109 zone, what matters more is the desire to hunt, the thirst for bloodshed, the craving for domination. Or a means to prove one's loyalty.
What you mean? He steps away from the window and the curtains close behind him. Through the gap, a red X appears over the first place portrait before it vanishes forever from the giant screen. Based on your experience, how much longer will the hunt last? Since the dazzling neon lights have been blocked, my thoughts become clearer. The safest option would be to search under the arena after the hunt ends.
By the looks of it, the finals will start tomorrow. This stage always ends quickly. It never goes beyond 6 or 7 days.
People killing each other for 6 to 7 days, though, is crazy. That's crazy, though. That's insanity.
This year's hunt has some extra stakes involved, so the finals will be more intense. It'll be over in 2 days. After that,
He walks to the sofa with measured steps and takes a seat.
the arena will be demolished.
What?
Many have coveted the arena for years, but its owner isn't as young as he used to be. His grip on power isn't the same anymore. So, the vultures circling this territory already have a silent agreement in place. They'll host an overtime match once the Zoian hunt is over.
That's how you say it. Zoyan. Zoyan. I gotta remember that. Zoyan is how you say it. I've heard it like how many times already and I still can't get a grip on it. Looks like participating in the Zoyan hunt is my last chance to find the Gaia Research Center. And breaking into the arena by myself is no easy feat. Who knows what awaits in the ruins of the research center? I can't waste too much of my energy on fighting. I need an ally. My gaze falls onto Silas, who's sitting on the sofa.
Don't even think about it, kitten.
Oh my goodness. You've been watching the hunt unfold from the sidelines. Don't tell me you haven't been plotting something.
Are you implying you're the one who has all the schemes?
Ooh. Pretending to threaten him, I playfully pin him down on the sofa. MC. We love a girl who just knows what she wants and knows what to do to get it. You said you don't mind me using you, and right now, I really want to use you. Girl! Girl! I can't. You said you don't mind me using you, and right now, I really want to use you so I can get into the arena. And it's not like you'll lose if you join. It's a win-win situation, right?
If you want to drag me into this, flattery and tricks won't be enough. I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, kitten. I have guests to meet, so I can't join you in your gladiator game.
Oh. There's a knock at the door. Luke and Kieran, who had left the gaming pods, have returned. Their voices come through from the other side.
Boss, our people just delivered their report. We've taken care of all the goods ever brought this time.
Leave a few alive. There's no need to be too thorough.
Yes, sir.
There are a few troublemakers in the area, boss. Can we...
Do as you please.
Thank you, boss.
Oh my goodness. Your guests are from Ever?
They came all the way here, saying they have a profitable deal to discuss. How could I not play the role of a gracious host?
You're planning to take them all down?
Is it a bad idea?
No, no, not really. No. It's great, actually. With one graceful stride, he helps me stand, grabs my shoulders, and turns me around.
Come. It's not like you're busy. Let's see what kind of presents they've prepared.
After our high-speed ride, we find ourselves before some ruins. They're shrouded in mist and gun smoke. The air is thick with chaotic energy fluctuations. Frowning, I kick aside some unidentifiable debris and pick up a broken half of a wine bottle. Oh wow, they put him in the brown jacket this time. 100-year-old wine, empty jewelry boxes. Don't tell me these are your welcome gifts. Oh my goodness. Silas casually responds as he slowly circles the area and takes in everything.
They know I won't show up, yet they're still playing a game of pretense. Would you like to guess the reason, kitten?
Either Ever is confident enough to think you'll accept their deal, or the deal is just a front. They're hiding something that can be used against you.
That's why I won't sit around waiting for them to make their move. People only show their hand when they're backed into a corner and desperate to survive.
Carla stops walking, picks up a broken gun stock still containing traces of protocore energy and crushes it.
I prefer a direct, efficient approach.
I run my fingers along the energy residue on the wall, using my evol to sense the fluctuations in the air. Various energy signatures are intermingled. Although they're erratic, they're not particularly strong. If these were meant to deal the killing blow, they're underwhelming.
The real trump card is...
There it is. Nearby, a metal wall suddenly collapses. From the dust and debris, multiple armed figures emerge. Their silhouettes are arranged in a staggered formation. As electrical currents flicker to life, they reveal how the lower half of each figure's face is a mask made of mechanical components. It's integrated into their bodies. The energy readings are changing. In the blink of an eye, dozens of thin blue beams simultaneously lock onto our foreheads.
They've finally shown themselves.
Just before the beams could pierce us, Silas grabs me and pulls us back. The spot where we once stood is reduced to scorched earth. Damn! They wanted to pulverize us! I'm just about to catch my breath when the beams converge on us again. God damn.
Get behind me.
A black-red mist spreads out like a net. It lunges at the blue beams that are attacking us. The mist disintegrates instantly as surging shockwaves and countless energy beams violently burst from all directions. Silas immediately creates another barrier of mist to shield us, but in the blink of an eye, most of it has already been destroyed. These energy beams, they can nullify your evol?
Antimatter weapons. They actually managed to get their hands on something interesting.
Antimatter weapons? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. He wipes away the blood from his neck, but the wound shows no signs of healing. Crazy! The figures raise their weapons at the same time to take their aim again, yet Silas responds with a smile instead of being angry. He gathers a more powerful energy storm in his hand. This isn't good. They'll wear Silas down at this rate. Spotting my motorcycle nearby, I quickly dash towards it using the scattered cover of protection. After another explosive blast, I race through the lingering dust cloud and return to Silas's side. The thundering roar of my bike's engine envelops us. Come with me. The motorcycle roars at full throttle as we weave through the N109 zone. The sound of gunfire is hot on our heels. I duck and dodge the explosions around us while Silas sits back in the passenger seat. He wields his protocore weapon as if he's playing a shooting game. Are those really antimatter weapons? Silas, were they specifically designed to take you down?
They're just cheap knockoffs, kid. Keep your eyes on the road. Besides...
cheap knockoffs, but they're strong enough to distract you that much and get a decent hit on you that isn't healing. A group of shadowy figures closing in behind us fall as Silas's evil strikes them down.
I'm not alone. I have you.
Damn. Two motorcyclists in black close in from both sides. They're trying to slam into me at the same time. I'm just a driver who follows the traffic rules. Ma'am, you should not be following traffic rules right now. This is the N109 zone. We are in the ghetto, not in Lincoln City. Already at full throttle, I make a split-second decision to step on the brake. I let my motorcycle fall back to dodge their coordinated attack. Yes, period.
They're putting up quite a fight.
How are you planning to shake off these guys? They don't have the energy fluctuations I'd see from these monsters, nor do they show any signs of being modified. But their movements are mechanical and rigid. It's as if they're following someone's commands. They have chips in them. They have chips in them. They have to have chips in them. There's no way. They have to have chips in them. They have to have chips in them. We don't have much time. They'll reach Corone in 2 blocks.
You better not forget to turn. Let's not crash into it, kitten.
The boundary of the killing zone is ahead. The last untainted street marks the lines between sanctuary and hell. A perfect foolproof plan quickly forms in my mind as I push my motorcycle's horsepower to its limit. True, entering with the leader of honest kindness. Amidst the wild howls of our pursuers, I charge towards the laser barrier. Well, that means I might end up being a target with you. Oh my goodness. Time seems to slow down as the orange-red light sweeps over the front wheel of my motorcycle. It washes over my bike and Silas, who's behind me. Clearly aware of Corone's rules, our masked pursuers stop just before the boundary. They're forced to watch us slip away. We turn and enter a deserted alley. My motorcycle finally gives out. Silas and I dismount. Uh-oh. We ended up here after all. Oops. But at least I helped you shake off those pursuers.
I might have believed it was an accident if you didn't sound so enthusiastic.
Oh my goodness. Our faces suddenly appear on the district's central screen. They're magnified dozens of times over. Damn. In that same instant, the gunfire echoing through the killing zone falls silent. Oh my goodness. Then the still air brims with passions as screams resounds. They're celebrating, or maybe going wild over Silas's entrance.
You got what you wanted. There's no turning back now.
Crazy. I just helped you out. It's time for you to return the favor. Oh my goodness. I mean, it makes sense. He is infamous in the N109 zone, so it makes sense. Go underground with me. We need to check and see if the old Gaia Research Center is really there.
A life debt is impossible to repay. But since you asked so nicely, kitten, do I even have a choice?
With Silas's laughter still in the air, I navigate through the alley's debris and barricades and make my way towards the Corone arena. Wait a minute. I'm starting to think you were planning to swoop in during the finals and catch everyone in your trap.
I would never do such a thing. I'm not nearly as clever as you are.
This little this bastard. Oh, this bastard. Oh, this bastard. Oh, this bastard. He's capping out his ass. He's capping out his